guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to chat about some new makeup releases with you. I'm going to be doing this kind of rapid fire. I started back at work last week, so this is one of my first videos filmed since starting, and because I had a bunch pre-filmed, and I'm doing this during my lunch break at work, and if I don't do it rapid fire, I'm not going to get to eat, and mama's hungry, so it's just, this is what we're doing. The other reason is, yeah, nobody's gonna watch a 35-minute video from me talking about makeup, you know? Let's just get it condensed, short, sweet, to the point. Yes, please, I'm into it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Instagram. I look at a couple of different pages on there. I look at Trend Mood, I look at Indie Makeup Spotlight, sometimes Hot Fire Makeup, sometimes brand specific pages. We'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, so because this is rapid fire, I am not going to be going in depth on release dates, prices, things like that, unless it's pertinent to what I'm saying, okay? So let's just start at Trend Mood because that is what is already pulled up on my computer. Oh, what is, oh. Okay, I feel like I should probably talk about the thing that just made me react that way. Most of these I've looked at, but there are a couple of newer things that I haven't seen until just now. So you're seeing like real first reactions, whatever. It's not that cool. Colored Rain is coming out with some bronzers. I think that that is really exciting. I like the brand. I'm interested in this. The shade range looks fantastic. Honestly, the lightest shade looks maybe a little too dark for me. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see. But this was just announced an hour ago, and they are vegan. They are cruelty-free. I like both of those things. I don't strictly do vegan, but I do strictly do cruelty-free. It doesn't say if it's powder or cream. I'm guessing it's probably powder. So yeah, this is something that it's on my radar. Next. This is the thing that I just reacted the way that I did. Oh God, it's the crayon case. Maybe they've changed their ways, but there was a moment in time that the owner of the crayon case was really combative in comment sections, and that just, it turns me off personally as a consumer. You know, if people have an opinion about your product, first of all, they're going to have an opinion. That's part of selling a product, right? But she wasn't handling it well. She couldn't seem to understand that. She seemed offended if people didn't like it, and maybe she was, and I get that, but you have to have a certain level of diplomacy as a brand owner, and the woman just didn't seem to have it. That being said, this is a very large palette. This is, I don't even know. So, I mean, you've got mattes, glitters, shimmers. You can do a lot with this, and I think that's kind of cool, but I'm not loving the color story. I'm really not. If I was wanting a colorful palette, I would really be getting the Glamlight Ice Cream palette. That looks beautiful. So I just, ooh, what? Okay, it's even bigger than I thought it was. It opens. I just saw the first picture, and now there's this picture, and it looks like this. No. It's all over the place too, and there's several shades that look identical to each other. Are there swatches? Oh my God. Really? No. It's 64 shades. Hey Psycho, what you doing? My cat. Did y'all see that? I am so curious what the comments are saying, but I have to stay focused. Focus, Molly. My cat is going absolutely bananas. His name is Bananas. there's just so many of the blues especially are like the same shade. So no, I don't, it's too redundant, it's too big, I'm not gonna get it. Okay, Besame is releasing these nail polishes and I love the packaging. I don't paint my nails, I just don't. I used to, and then I had my oldest and I was worried about him putting my fingers in his mouth, which now looking at, doesn't make a lot of sense, but that was where my head was at the time. Anyways, so I won't be getting this. I don't really like any of the colors, but I do love this packaging. It's very nostalgic, very reminiscent of like the 80s or earlier, honestly. The lids remind me of something I saw in the 80s. I don't know what it was. Okay, next, M Cosmetics. First of all, I love the brand. I really, really do. Everything I've tried from M Cosmetics has been top quality, really, really good stuff. That being said, I'm not going to pick this up. The reason they're adding to the their Clementine, the Faded Clementine collection. The swatches look really pretty, but you can tell that they're wet swatches. And for whatever reason, that always turns me off when brands do that. I just want to see what they swatch like. You don't have to sell, if you have to do wet swatches to sell a product to me, it makes me wonder, is it actually that good, right? So I'm not really interested in it. The lippy looks pretty, but it's really sheer and I don't know. I would rather just use a gloss that I already have. I don't know. No. That being said, I do want to try their Faded Clementine blush that they have, and that I keep meaning to purchase. It just hasn't quite happened, but that is on my wish list. Let's talk about the Kylie Cosmetics holiday release, The Grinch. Man, this could have been something, and it was just a swing and a miss. The green, I think the thing that I don't like about it, like the eyeshadow palette specifically, is the green shade. I don't want a muted green. I just don't. It doesn't show up on, I feel like that shade is really tough to pull off. The shimmers in here look absolutely beautiful, but there's one green and it's a Grinch palette. They should have a wider variety. And I'm not talking like bright greens, but you can do a lot with green and make it look absolutely beautiful. And it can be super wearable too. It's a really versatile color. So I feel like they should have done maybe a couple of bright greens, some khaki greens, some like antique golds, but not this. I don't really understand what this is. So I'm not picking this up. Yeah. Also, can we just say this color story, like the meat and potatoes of this color story, I think is the same as the child palette from ColourPop, which is a fraction of the cost. If I wanted this color story, I would go with that one. The eye shimmers look really pretty. I do like the like minty green one, but not enough to get it. They're not selling me on any of this. And then there's some lip kits. You've got, it's like kind of an orangish red, which is, again, pretty. But when I want a red, I want like a red most of the time. Then you've got some, an olive liner pen. That actually sounds intriguing. Of this collection, if I was going to pick anything up, it would probably be the eyeliner pen. The glosses aren't exciting. The blush is whatever. The highlighter looks beaming and beautiful, but I don't need it. There's these shadow sticks that look really pretty. The green looks pretty. The bullet lipsticks, I could potentially be interested in some of these. I don't understand what's with the shimmery one. I don't want that. And there is no swatch of the liner, so, but the liner does sound interesting to me. An olive green liner. I'm intrigued. Okay, ColourPop, 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 ColourPop. This is their new holiday collection. It's currently 25% off. I would love to go get this. This is the Amaro collection. Could be saying that wrong, probably am. You've got 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 blushes, a couple of Glitterily Obsessed, and some lip glosses, or the Luxe Lip Oils, which is, I think, a gloss, right? I could be wrong. Of these, so you've got the Menage a Moi palette, that is the mauve palette, and then you've got the Boudoir Noir palette, which has some greens and golds. Of these, the one that I'm interested in is the green and gold one. However, I did pick up that one. What was that one? They were using like Native American designs in their packaging. Sandstone, that's the one. This looks a lot like Sandstone and I already have that. So I am going to skip over this. The Menage a Moi is a beautiful color story. I really like it, but that one has pressed glitter and I just don't want any pressed glitters. The blushes really aren't doing it for me. They don't look all that exciting. They're just honestly kind of boring. And one could argue blush is boring anyways, and one could be right, but sometimes I get really excited about blushes and I can't quite articulate what it is about them that draw me in when they do draw me in, but this ain't it. And the lip oils, no. Glamlite is releasing this paint palette. This is the Paint Pro. I didn't quite understand this because I was like, they've already done this. It looks very similar to the original one, but it's different. And for whatever reason, I kind of want this. It's only $38. I've heard that Glamlite has an amazing quality. I have not tried anything from them. I really, really, really want to get their ice cream palette so bad. So that is on my list, and truthfully, I would have to look at these side by side to know which one I would get. I wouldn't get both of them. Or was it the cake palette? The cake palette was really good too. Dang. Realistically, I don't need all of them. They're all rainbow palettes basically. So I would want to look and see, first of all, how big is each one? Because I would want to go with a smaller option. But what I will say is these swatches look amazing. Glamlite has a phenomenal reputation from what I have seen. And I don't hate this. I kind of love it. It's from what I'm remembering about the original paint palette is it looks like these colors are maybe a little bit softer. I feel like those were very, very vivid, like true greens and true, you know, like royal blues, although this has that too, whatever. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. But the price is right. It's also going to be on sale for Black Friday, $26.60. I wonder if they're going to be doing like a site-wide sale. I need to look into that because if they are, I might need to go ahead and place an order. So this one I'm on the fence about. Okay, next. Alamar Cosmetics has some new blush trios and they look absolutely freaking gorgeous. You've got 3 different colorways. There's like a deep, a medium, a fair. I like the medium one the best, and that is 100% on my wish list. These are $25 a piece. You can get a bundle, all 3 for $67. I don't really know why you would do that unless you were like a working artist. That would make sense. But like, I know for a fact that those deep shades are not going to look good on me. But the medium, yeah, that's going to happen. Lunar Beauty. Lunar Beauty is coming out with this new collection. It looks like there's brushes, lippies, shadow, an eyeshadow palette. The thing that I am, of course, drawn to is the eyeshadow palette. I do think this is really pretty. I've heard wonderful things about Lunar Beauty. I like that you can create like everyday looks. Like you've got your everyday staples, and then you've got these really deep, sultry, beautiful shades, especially the blue in the middle. That is gorgeous. And I do really want it. Truthfully, there's only like 2 shades that I wouldn't get a lot of use out of, and it's the gray toned shades because I just don't typically wear grays. I want this. When I was first going through this, I was like, nah, I don't need it. But now I might need it. Okay. It's $48. Do I need to spend No, I don't need to spend $48 on anything. But I want to. Yep. This one's moving to my wish list. The brushes, I don't know enough about them to know if I want them or not. If they're synthetic, I would be curious about them. but it doesn't say. So for that reason, I'm not interested. The lips, I don't need these lips. I don't believe that this specific color would look good on me. So I'm going to skip over the lips, but the eyeshadow palette looks great. Wayne Goss, what? I'm sorry. I like Wayne. We're not on a first name basis. I like Wayne Goss. I think he's incredibly talented. He knows his stuff. So I'm sure this is more of a reflection of me, but I don't get it. I don't get this. The promo photos look absolutely beautiful, especially this woman. This woman right here. She looks great, right? Oh my God. I hope that I am that glamorous when I am elderly. But as it stands right now, I don't know that these are my shades. It's really pretty. I'm sure it's amazing quality. I just don't know. I'm excited to see what he's going to release next. I'm hopeful that it's something that I'm interested in. Which is basically me saying, like, I hope that I can spend my money there. But, you know, the other thing, the liners look really pretty, but I don't know. Can we also talk about price? This eyeshadow palette is $55. No, I can't spend $55 on it, and I don't really wear grays. It's too much gray. But that blue shimmer is really pretty. I'm not spending $55 for a blue shimmer, though. It's not going to happen. Speaking of blue shimmers, this is the Violet Voss Forget Me Not palette. This looks really, really pretty. But there's a different Violet Voss palette that I'm interested in. I can't remember. It's like maybe the See You Later palette. I could totally be making that up. And it has some of these similar blues in it, but it's not specifically dedicated to blues. I feel like we have flipped the script because last year, neutral palettes with a pop of blue were trending, and now Violet Voss is like, blue palettes with a pop of neutral. We're going to make it work. And I think that's great, but it's just not my aesthetic. I'm very much a neutral base with a pop of color fan. That's what I like with eyes. So this just isn't something that I would get a whole lot of use out of. It's only $18 though. So there's that. If I wanted a blue palette, I would go with the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. That's what I would do. Okay, Kkw Beauty. You guys, what is it with this brand? I'm more and more drawn to their products. There was a point in time when I didn't look twice at Kkw Beauty, but now, dang, I need this. I need it. I need this palette. I really, really do. It's a life or death thing. So yeah, this palette is going to come home with me at some point. Please don't be limited edition. Okay, sorry. Let me back up. It's the Crystallized Collection. The palette is beautiful. I would like to see some traditional swatches, not just like the product out of the pan swatches. Those are kind of weird, honestly. The lips, whatever. I don't really care too much about that. Although there are like traditional bullet lipsticks too. So sorry, the lip glosses, don't care. Bullet lipsticks, yes, please. I want to pick up one of those. I want to get the palette. I want to get one of these blushes. But which one? Do I go with the pink or the coral? Pink or coral? One of the two. Probably pink. I don't have a lot of like true pinks. That's probably a lie. I don't know. I'd have to go through my blush collection and know. But I do want this. Yeah, there's this mother of pearl color in the eyeshadow palette, and it is what is truly intriguing me about this palette. I mean, everything else looks gorgeous too, but this is like the icing on the cake. It is described as a metallic mauve with a green-blue flip. Tell me that that doesn't sound incredible. Incredible. Okay, that's hyperbole, but still, whoa, it looks beautiful. The blush duos are $26 a piece. I can totally afford that. Yes, 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 yes. So a lippy eyeshadow palette. This is going to be available November 25th. Oh, in a blush duo. Ooh, ooh. I'm finally going to try Kkw. This is a for sure happening thing. Everything else was hypothetically happening. This isn't going to happen in November, probably not in December either. It might have to wait until January because Christmas is coming, but I'm getting this one way or another. Can we talk about the most disappointing makeup release of 2020? If the year 2020 could be captured in a makeup release, it would be this one, okay? So maybe it is fitting. As a 90s child, no, I was an 80s child, grew up in the 90s though. That was like, hello. This Lisa Frank collab with Morphe is a travesty. This is so bad. First of all, they've already done this palette. They just slapped some Lisa Frank artwork on it. Second of all, I want a Lisa Frank collab with a brand that is actually good, not Morphe. Lisa Frank, man, you guys. There are very few things from my childhood that I can see now, and it just fills me with warmth and goodness. Lisa Frank is one of them. I love Lisa Frank. I was a fanatic. I needed all of the Lisa Frank stuff. First of all, I loved playing Office in school. I was that kid. I could spend hours in the paper aisle. That's what I called it. It was my heaven. I absolutely loved it. And this is not good. That and Hello Kitty. Oh, and the frog one. Oh my God. Oh my God. I digress. So because I have such a strong feeling about Lisa Frank, this was just disappointing. If I was kind of lukewarm about Lisa Frank stuff, I think I'd be like, oh yeah, this is fine. But no. This is bad. Yeah. Even though, so I think people are saying this looks a lot like, I think it was a 35B palette that Morphe discontinued. And that palette evidently is very, very good. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Plus this is new Morphe. That was old Morphe. And new Morphe just can't get their crap together. They've been disappointing. Their eyeshadow palettes used to be relatively good, honestly. Now, they're too inconsistent. That being said, the only thing I like about this palette, the only thing I like about this release is the Lisa Frank part. And I don't like it enough to buy it. Haus Labs, they're actually releasing something that I'm kind of interested in. They're coming out with 9 different quads. I like quads. I like that we've got a massive variety in tones here. That being said, I don't know if I would pick any of these up. They're only $24, so it's really not that bad. I could see myself maybe when makeup releases slow down a little bit, revisiting this and being a little bit more interested. The one that's really calling my attention is the one that has purples and gold. It's down at the bottom of the picture. That looks really pretty. Same with the middle one in the top row. It's like a mauve-y sort of color story. Yeah, I'm very curious about this. And I like that they're doing something, a little bit different. I mean, Makeup Geek released quads, Elf released quads, so I guess it's not that different. It's trending a little bit more lately, but it's a trend that I, for one, really like. Okay, there's a ton of other releases, but the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie collection. Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting all of it. Not really. Okay, let's be specific. I am going to get the eyeshadow palette. I have not. I don't know if I feel like it sold out. I may need to wait for a restock at this point. No, the last time I checked, it was still there, but that was God, when was that? That was a week ago. So it probably is sold out at this point. But anyway, I love this. I love this color story. I love how she came up with these colors. I love Raw Beauty Christie. I just adore everything about this. So this is a for sure yes. I want to get one of the Super Shocks. I think Mycelium is the one. It's like kind of the greeny, I don't know, grungy sort of shade. The yellow eyeliner. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need that. The glosses I'm not really interested in. But yeah. No, it's like a moss. Okay, sorry. The Super Shock shadow that I'm interested in is Like a Moss. So eyeshadow palette, Like a Moss, and the yellow eyeliner. I want those. Okay, so yeah, you guys, that is it. That is my first attempt at rapid fire. I think I was pretty successful because I've only been filming for 32 minutes. Woo! I think I can get it condensed down even more by editing. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going to go eat. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you will give me a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.